Hey, what's up, gamer people? Today I'm going to be doing a different video. I do a lot of stuff. It's weird. But I try to keep busy, especially since, like my leg whole situation on this leg. And so hopefully I will get my surgery that I need, and that'll be that. But today I will be talking to you a little bit about knitting. And this knitting pattern is a rib stitch pattern that I'm going to be doing. I've got a lot of requests for baby blankets, and your needle size depends on the yarn and how you want the blanket to be. See, the smaller stitch right here is tighter. It makes the weaves look tighter. Like if I stretch it out, it still looks tight. Whereas the bigger needles, which this is actually a wedding present. So I did this nice basket weave right here. And this is, believe it or not, is very easy to do. It's not hard. But I specifically did this color because it's malachite. It's supposed to bring good luck and fortune to the baby. So that's why I chose this color. And then it turns out when I went to the wedding, I found out that this color is actually a Philadelphia sports color. Like, I don't know. It's not for one of our teams, so it actually worked out like really well. As you can see, I'm a quarter of the way done. I started with 108 stitches because it has to have every fourth stitch. So 104, 108, 108 and 116 are like my magical numbers. I like those numbers. Because if I drop a stitch here and there, I can always even them out later, and it won't, really won't bother. But you have to drop the stitches randomly. And what I do to even them out, if I notice and I don't want to actually strip the blanket back, I will do it very random in the middle of the blanket, like just random drop here, drop there, not close together at all. This is my lifeline. I always make a lifeline because you might mess up to where you have to pull the stitches. So it's always nice to, I'd say I go about this far, and then I would have to make another lifeline from this one, So I would go out this much and then make a lifeline, and I would go, you just take something that's odd colored to the blanket, and you wait to be done with the rows, and you go through every single stitch just straight so that you have a lifeline. And you want to leave enough on the ends, on either end, because it's a blanket and you're bunching and then you're stretching, and you don't want to pull the lifeline too far out accidentally, because I've had that happen many times. I do have new needles, which are very good. Knitter's Pride interchangeable needles. They're amazing. I don't get paid to say that, but they are amazing. These are my stitch markers, and I use these every 10 or so stitches because I just want to keep and make sure that I have the stitches that I'm supposed to, because I don't like messing up. I've actually had my nephew's blanket, which I can show you now. I had his blanket almost all the way done, and two of my lifelines fell out. Like, they pulled out to where I couldn't ascertain where they went, and then I had to pull them, and I had to pull the stitches back so far, and I was so mad, but it had to be done. I went through two spools, and then I kind of got mad at the project, so I've left it sit for a while. But this is his. As you can see, I'm using more of that red ribbon because it's really good for lifelines. But this is going to turn out really good. This I actually did in seed stitch, and all it is knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one all the way across. And I'm using these adjustable needles that I had gotten. Oh, I hope that's not coming out. I don't know. Might be. Oh, nope, it's not. Okay, just couldn't find it. Okay. And I did the same thing here, 108, 116 stitches, something like that. And it's coming, this one's coming out really nice, but you can see it's a whole different pattern. And they have different patterns for different things. There are certain patterns that mean different things, apparently. I found that out. It's really weird. Sure, my grandmother probably knew that, but I did not. So I actually have this really spifferific knitting bag that my roommate got me from Amazon. It has all these pockets and my grandmother's needles, and it's really awesome actually. I can keep all my projects in them. It has like holes for you to put if you want to put like the yarn through the bag and have it come out that way. I stopped doing that. I only have one of them that's like that because it's kind of hard to interchange if I want to change projects. But this is the one I'm working on right now. Well, I'm working on the other one, but I am out of yarn and I don't want to run out. It's supposed to be here soon, but that malachite color is really popular. And I guess because whatever sports team that is, there was a lot of it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll get this one. And there's a lot of it, you know. And then I guess that sports season hit or something, and everybody's out of it. It's crazy. So I've been working on my friend's blanket. She doesn't know that I'm making it. I don't think she has time to watch this because of the baby, but if you do, Hertzy Twin, it's not my fault that you spoiled this rise, okay? So with this one, I'm just doing a rib stitch that I actually got. I'm gonna do twisted ribbons on it, so all the ribs are going to look straight like this, and then I'm gonna twist them. And here I have a couple books actually. They were my grandmother's. So they're probably really old and you might not be able to find them unless you go to like a bargain bin or something. But this one I find very hard to follow. I don't know what it is about it. It's very, I love the pictures because it shows actual products, and this was her last bookmark, so I left it in there. But I just find it very hard and very clinical, which she probably would have loved. It's probably her favorite book. But I don't get it. I find that this one, A Treasure of Knitting Patterns, okay, by Barbara G. Walker. This one is very self-explanatory and it just tells you row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. This pattern that I'm doing actually has 8 rows. So each row, like as I change rows, I go, okay, I'm done with row 1. I'm starting row 2. I go to 2 on my knit counter. And these knit counters from Amazon are like great because you can go to thousands. Like, it's awesome. That's what I love. So this one, it's actually knit 2, purl 6, knit 2, and that's for rows 1 and 3, okay? And then row 2 is purl 2, knit 6, purl 2. So then For row 3, I would go back to the first one. For row 4, this is where they want you to twist it. But see, I didn't want the twist to happen this early in the blanket. So I'm waiting. I already did 8 rows. Now I'm going to do another 8 rows, and when I get to the 4th row, then I'm going to twist it. Then I'm going to purl 2, slip 3 stitches onto my twist hook. You can use anything, literally. You can use, like, if you have those long safety pin things that look like the old school diaper safety pins, you can use that. I just use this because it was my grandmother's. I have it. Why not use it? You know. So what you do is you slip the 3 stitches onto this, and then you put them in the back of the work or in the front of the work. And then you knit the next 3, and then you knit the 3 from here, and it'll actually look like a twist. Now, what I do something different, because the way that it's said here to do that, like you put 3 on here, I put all 6 stitches on here, and then I actually put all 6 stitches, okay, and then I twist it, and then I knit, you know. It, for some reason, the twists end up really smooth like that. It depends if you're a tight knitter or not. If you're a tight knitter, that's what you're gonna have to do. If you're not a tight knitter, then you can do it the regular way, the slip 3, and you know. I've been fluctuating lately. So then you do rows 5 and 7 as you would do 1 and 3, and you do rows 6 and 8 as you would do row 2. So this is very easy to follow compared to that book. So I do recommend, if you're gonna get into knitting, not only get a knitting book, but go see that, like, actually feel the knitting book. You have to actually look at the knitting book to see if it's going to be correct for your brain to understand. And this has like little abbreviations and stuff, but all the abbreviations are actually in the index in the beginning. Like, it tells me what that means, exactly what that means. So I do like it. It actually does have the patterns, so you can see kind of what I'm going for with the with that kind of twist going on, and those are different size twists. So I just think it's very helpful to know what I'm getting into and what it's going to do. This book also has really awesome patterns too. Wow, I said a lot in that video, didn't I? Oh well, video's already done. So, yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm probably going to do, there's so many stitching videos out there actually. Let's see. There was one called Blue Mouse Knit, or Blue Cheese, no, something Blue Mouse. Knit Blue Mouse, something like that. She's really good. There's this guy that I swear he's Swedish or something, but I'm not sure. Allknitting.com. There's so many places. There's so many people online that do this, and they do it very well. And you'll find there's people that can explain a slip stitch to you more definite for you and your brain. Okay, some people will make sense, some people won't make any sense. There are 2 main stitches, okay? There's a knit stitch and a purl stitch. That's it. Now there is a slip, like a thing where you slip the needle behind the work, so to speak. You slip one needle behind the needle, and then you purl or knit. Like, there's actually a reverse purl and a reverse knit. That's what I call them. I don't know what they're specifically called. But Yep, that's what I've been up to. That's what I'm doing. And I always keep, I say 3 to 4 projects at least, minimum available, because you might get frustrated with one and you might need to change. Like literally you might need to change. So this one I'm on purl 2. Okay. So to knit, I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to, I believe I'm on knit, yeah, knit 6. Okay. So I'm going to move the needle, and it's towards me, and I'm gonna put it behind it, loop it around, go through, and pull it off. Now, your tension is how you keep this, okay? It's how soft you keep this, or there's many ways to hold it actually. So you could go like this, so it glides right through. You go like this, so you have more control. I like doing that. So I would go knit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then a purl is you put this on the inside, and then, trying to make this so you can see it, I go in like this. So instead of going like this, I go like this. Purl. I want to slip this knit counter over, the knit holder thing. So many names for those two. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a purl, because I need 2 purls and 6 stitches. So now I move this back to the front, or back to, well, my back. So, and then I would do all knits again. So I'm gonna do all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I work on something, I always stop on knit. My grandmother taught me that. So whether I'm knitting or purling or knitting or whatever I'm doing, I never stop unless I'm on knit. I have to be on the last knit stitch. If I'm on the last knit stitch, I'll always remember where to pick up from. So now that I'm on my last knit stitch, I can pull these down to here, which is what I always do. I pull them down, okay? And then I can just stick this in here like that. And then I have my needles in a safe place, and they're always kept available, but they're still in a safe place. So I did that for a little bit just to get me off of the one for my cousin, since I needed, more time. I am working quicker with the Knitter's Pride needles. I'm working way quicker with them. I actually got the Knitter's Pride Platina Deluxe set is what he got me. And then I was confused because it didn't have thicker needles. It only goes from the smaller needles to 11. And so I didn't know that, and I looked, and apparently there was a side set of platinas that were called the chunky set, and those come with 13, 15, and 17, I believe. and it's just the attachments, you know, like 'cause they actually screw off. Like it's really cool. But oh, where is it? Oh, no. So this is my set, which is awesome. And thank you to my aunt and uncle, Uncle Ronnie, Aunt Marcia, because you're the reason that I actually have the chunky needles so that I can do the chunky blankets. As you can tell, I like the chunky blankets. They're like really cushy and soft and like, but if you don't want to do one and you want to do something tighter knit, then there is that. And all the cords are removable, and you can get they're also the reason I got the attachments, so I can attach I have connectors, so I can actually connect all of these if I want to do a really big project. I can attach every single one that I have. It's so crazy. But here's what I did. I cut out all the little markings for like US 10, like the sizes. I cut them off of the cardboard and I put them on here so that they're really nice and marked. And then I put here the little sizing chart and what color wire is what length and everything. So that has everything on there and tells you everything. I also have a bunch of needles that are from my grandmother. I don't really like to take them out of the house because I had a scare at the airport on my way back, and security had one of the needles and they're antiques and I was dying, and they don't sell them anymore. Plus, I have memories with those, you know, wouldn't be the same. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that in case anybody was getting into knitting, and hopefully I will figure out how to use the editing software. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and go to Best Buy and have them teach me how to use it, because I have no idea. I tried and I ended up mashing a video and cutting it and weird. I added some kind of underlay. I don't know what I'm doing. So yep, that's that, and I'm going to get back to knitting my chunky monkey blanket. But as you can see, these knit stitches are very unique and very different than the ones that I had there. See, like I can put my nail through here and there's a hole. Like there's little bits of holes, so it's more breathable. I wanted this one to be breathable yet warm, you know. And the other one, I wanted each one to be very unique and fit the person, what I thought the person, you know, would like. So, you know, the parents have to look the baby blanket too. Just remember that. So this one I think is a knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, and then you do the border every 6 stitches, like the first 6 and the last 6, you have to do a certain way. So that's why I say, like I knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, and then the last ones are always purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. That's always how you want to end on this particular pattern. But other than that, it's all, you know, so that those 6 patterns, I would go knit 2, purl 2, knit 2. For the first 2 rows, it's regular. And for the number 3 and 4, it's actually, after those 6 stitches, it's knit 2, purl 2, even though you did 2 knits last. It's very weird, and I actually don't know where my stitch marker is, but this 6th row is supposed to be purple, so that I know that it's a 6th row. It's supposed to be, yeah, so I know it's a 6th stitch. That's really weird. I don't know where it went. Like this one I have 6, see, and it's purple, and I always make those the weird color. Other than that, I alternate colors. I don't really care what color they are, but those two markers are always the most important to me. And it looks like I actually lost a couple stitches here because this is 10. I lost 2 stitches. And I know that because it goes 1, 2, and where's 3 and 4? Don't know where 3 and 4 went. That might be what happened to the purple one. Okay, thank you for watching. I also learned how to crochet coasters if anybody's interested in that. Leave a comment. If anybody wants to see anything in particular, leave a comment. Comments are your friends. Plus, thumbs ups are my friends. And I will be redoing the maniology. Maniology. Because there was a trick to it that I didn't know. So you'll have to watch that video to get the info on that. But there is a secret to the madness. I thought it didn't work, but it's not that it didn't work. It's that there was something, one little simple thing that was stopping me from using it. Okay, and I got it for free, so I'll just do another review on it and it'll be fine. So there we go. Mazel tov. Bye guys, happy gaming.